So this is the brand new Fender Acoustasonic Telecaster that everybody's been waiting for, including myself. There was a lot of buzz in the industry about this guitar, so it's finally here, and it's a pretty amazing instrument. What makes it amazing is it's acoustic electric, or in some ways an electric acoustic, depends how you look at it. I'd call it like a hybrid guitar, but the features are just unbelievable on this thing, and I'll get more into that later on. But you can pretty much make this guitar sound like anything. So any acoustic, or your popular types of acoustics, and it has the electric ability too, which is fantastic. To go through some of the just features, aside from the electronics, which are pretty intense, the features itself, of course, it's the Tele-shaped body, which I love because I'm a Tele player, and it just kind of it fits this instrument. But it's deeper. It's a little deeper than your standard Telecaster. Obviously, it's an acoustic, right? It's a 25.5-inch scale, so any Fender lover will be familiar with that and appreciate that. It has of course, the 6-in-line tuners, Tele headstock. So it very much looks like an electric guitar. But how it becomes acoustic? Well, it's chambered, right? And Fender designed this sound hole, which they call it, it's a SIRS, which is the String Instrument Resonance System. And when you look at it direct on, it just looks like a sound hole, but it really isn't a sound hole. It looks like a port on the back of like a speaker monitor or something, and it just projects the sound. So the sound just like a port does on a studio monitor, which really projects that bass, lets that air come out. This does that same thing. So it's an amazing acoustic on its own, just strumming it. It has the arm contour, which makes it really comfortable. It wood, in terms of what it's made from, it has a mahogany body with a Sitka spruce top, which is solid. And it has a really nice figured, striped, how you want to say, ebony fingerboard, ebony bridge as well. The back's kind of cool too. It has a nice little contouring of the neck heel here, and it even has a micro-till adjustment, which is awesome. I love the micro-till adjustment. That comes in handy when you need to adjust your action without having, because it's an acoustic saddle. So normally you have to raise lower, you have to shim it or shave it. Well, this you don't have to do that with this, so it's a great feature. I'm glad they put it on this. So that's kind of the rundown of the aesthetics and the wood complement, and then the neck and so forth. The electronics, pretty amazing. So this is a collaboration between Fender and Fishman. There are actually 3 pickups on this guitar. You have onto the saddle piezo, you have a body sensor, and then of course you have the Tele, which is a full electric pickup. This is a specially designed Tim Shaw pickup just for this guitar, but it's a noiseless Telecaster pickup. But it's with a different voicing than what you would expect on like an Elite or something. You have a volume, you have your mod knob, which is a blend, and then you have your 5-way selector switch, which selects the different pickups and voicings. I should mention the electronics are a combination of analog and specially designed voice modeling. That's pretty high-tech stuff. It's almost beyond my comprehension, but the end result is amazing. It sounds like 5 different acoustics. So it's like I said, it's pretty high-tech stuff. Fishman really nailed it with this, and Fender. Anyway, so the way this works, I'll just strum it acoustically, because I was mentioning before how great it sounds acoustically. So this is just no volume, unplugged. I mean, that's amazing. That is a big sound for a little guitar. Other guitars that are similar to this just don't have that acoustic quality. Those hybrid style. That SIRS port there, that resonant sound hole mean, you can almost record just that way. It's that loud. So it makes it great for just practicing when you don't want to plug in. Super loud already. Very resonant. Okay, so let me break down the electronics. Because they're pretty intense. So, as I said, you have your volume control, you have your mod control, which it's an A-B, you have two sides to the voicing you're on, and then you have your 5-way blade selector switch. So position number 5 is what they call the core acoustics setting. So this is the one I would think a lot of guys will stay on because it has just some really nice general acoustic sounds. So when your mod knob was counterclockwise, that's your voice A. And clockwise is your voice B. So I'll just do the A. So I'm on position 5. This is counterclockwise. This is your Sitka top, rosewood back and sides. And I should mention, right now I'm plugged into. I'm actually doing an A/B setup, so you can hear both what they sound like through an acoustic amp and electric amp. So I'm running a Fender Acoustic 200 for the acoustic stuff, and then when we get to the actual Tele pickup, I'm plugged into a deluxe reverb with a Fender overdrive pedal. So here we go. So this is the side A Sitka spruce rosewood back and sides dreadnought guitar. There we go. So as you can hear, it's just full. Sounds very much like a dreadnought. It has that darkness that the rosewood gives you, and that nice shimmery top from the spruce. So this your general, I would say, like great strumming sound. So if you want that D28, there you go. It's right there. If I go over to the side B. This is where it gets interesting. Now it becomes an alpine spruce top, rosewood auditorium. So now the body size has shrunk. So before we had a full big dreadnought sound, now we're going to go to a tighter, brighter, focused acoustic. Here's how that sounds. Again, we roll back over to the B. This is that you can go, if you want to go from a strum to more of a plucky type of playing, you can just do that by rolling the knob. So again. So that's amazing. Okay, so that's 5. And then we click over to 4. Now they call this the alternative acoustics. Side A, you have an Engelmann spruce top mixed with a maple small body guitar. And there's how this sounds. Again, now we're going to get a little brighter. There you go for that side A. Side B is now the Sitka spruce, but now we're getting back to the dread with a mahogany. So on side A of position 5, it was your rosewood. Now we have your mahogany. And of course, mahogany is a little more mid-range, not as scooped as the rosewood. So you have, on this guitar, you have both rosewood and mahogany woods at your disposal. Position 3 is your percussion and enhanced. Harmonics is what they're calling this one. This is Sitka spruce and, of all things, Brazilian rosewood dreadnought. So we're getting even fancier now. Let's see what that sounds like. So just it's amazing. Even darker, just in lush. So now you have a Brazilian rosewood dreadnought at your disposal. And then we go over to the B side. Here's where now we're incorporating the body sensor. Everything else was the combination of the under the saddle and that modeling technology that they designed for this. Over here, now you can hear the body sensor. And this is where this becomes cool, because if you're into like it's gonna pick up everything. You can basically have a drum now on your guitar. What's also cool about it too is if you're like a fingerstyle player, this really it's so sensitive, it just picks up everything. And what's neat is that you have that blend control, so now you can if you don't want so much of that sensor, you can just dial it off a little bit. So now it's not as intense. So that's now where we're incorporating the body sensor, and that's in position 3. Position 2 also includes the body sensor, but now we're going back to the mahogany dreadnought. So the mahogany dreadnought was in position 4 originally, but that was just the under the saddle mixed with the voicing. So now we're incorporating the body sensor with that. So here's side A. And then you can already hear it coming right in. Now all of a sudden you're getting that again. So same thing if you like. If you find it a little too sensitive, just roll it off. So 2 and 3 is where the body sensor comes in. And then where this really gets crazy is now position 1. Now we're gonna get into the electric. I told you this thing it's just unbelievable what this thing can do. All right, so we're all the way in position 1. This is where now this guy comes in. So with this said, I'm gonna switch over to the deluxe reverb. Okay, so counterclockwise, you're getting what you call your electric clean. That's amazing. I mean, I just went from this, just by flicking a switch, to this. I mean, seriously. And then to add on top of that, if you go to the B side, now it's a fat clean sound, which it's almost like you're getting a boost. So this is side A, side B. I mean, there's a boost built right into this thing, so it's insane. So this is great. So here, if you have your great rhythm side. And there's your lead sound right there, just rolling it. So, and that's just coming from this guy right here. So that's the breakdown. That's what this thing can do. I know it's pretty amazing, right? You have to come in and try it. Everybody has to try this guitar because you'll not stop playing it. And I think that was Fender's intention. They wanted to make something you couldn't stop playing. And Even the first time I was able to play this, I found myself just like lost, and I couldn't stop playing it because there were so many tones at my disposal. Electric, acoustic. The way I have this set up right here, just running an AB with an acoustic amp and electric amp. I mean, if you're a solo artist, or even if you're in a band, you can have basically 2 amps and a guitar, and you have everything at your disposal. As I said, you can just that's insane. There is no other guitar on the planet that can do this. Anyway, that's the Acoustasonic Tele. You got to check it out here at Empire Music. If you're not in the area, you can find it on empiremusiconline.com. But those that are in the area, you have to come in and try this guitar. It will blow your